Hey everyone, it's Dave. So we've talked about doing research. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do a screencast and let's jump into that now. Okay, so we're going to research this item. Shoot a picture up here. This is a Brookstone sound machine. So this is what I was talking about with research. So all I'm going to do, you can see up here at the top bar, I'm a seller, so I've got sell up here and so on. So I'm just going to go search for anything, and I'm going to search for this Brookstone. So let's do that. Okay, a Brookstone sound machine. Okay, well this looks like the one we have. What we'll do, we're in the right category, so we're going to go over into this left bar over here. We're going to slide down and we're going to click sold items. That's what we're concerned about. So up comes the solds, and now we need to see if we can locate what we have. And here it is right here and right here. You can see it's $25.50 plus shipping. This one took a best offer with $8.50 shipping. What else do we have that's similar to what we have here? This one's similar but in white. Here's another one down here, $35 plus $7.51. So it looks like around $30 would be a good price with the customer paying the shipping. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and grab this sold right here. It's called Brookstone Tranquil Moments, and we'll click it. And here it comes up and it says the listing has ended. But right below the picture you can see where it says sell one like this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to click sell one like this. And then it will automatically populate the page for us. Brookstone Tranquil Moments Sleep Therapy. They spelled adapter wrong. So if you're not sure, your computer's got spell check, just right click and it will show you the correct spelling. That way you're always certain. Another thing here, on the listing, on the headline, you can see it says there's one character left. That's good. You want to fill this headline up, and you also want to make sure that you put the brand down first. Brookstone's the brand, so make sure you have that on there first. And what I like to do is just keep it simple. Just highlight it and copy it. Now I'll go down. We're going to fill all these things in, but I'm going to go down while I have this copied. And I'm going to paste it, and that's the very first line in my description. And while I'm here, out of habit, I hit enter twice. Now I have another item that I always tag onto my listings, and I just made it up on my notepad. So if I go to notepad and I click open, I can find my seller text, is what I named it. And it just says honest seller, check our feedback, buy with confidence, and so on. So I highlight those things, right click and copy it, go back over and click off of the side here and bring my listing back up. And you know I hit enter twice, so I'm down here now. And I'll right click and I'll paste that I just copied, honest seller. Okay, so now we go back up to the top. Okay, I don't pay for standing out with bold prints and subtitles and so on. Now here is something that you can do, and I do recommend this. If you have a particular bin that you put the items in, and I have a whole bunch of bins in my office, and I have them like A1, A2, A3, and so on. So on this bin that I'm going to put this in, I think I'll put it, I'm looking at my bins, I'll put it in B5. So what I do here under SKU, which stands for stock keeping unit, I will put in B5. And that is the bin that I will find it in when I need to look for it. It's in B5. And then you can add a few other numbers to it, and you can also code your price that you sold it for. For instance, if it was $350 that you paid for it, and you could put $350 in, and that way the price is always in your stock keeping unit. You're the only one that sees this. No one else sees your SKU. So, but for this one, I'm just going to put B5. And that's where I'm going to locate this when I'm done. I'm going to put it in that bin. And then on my store categories, I have a store. I have a business account, so I click and I'm going to put in electronics. And I go on down. A lot of people won't use UPC on eBay. They do a lot on Amazon. Well, Amazon requires it, but a lot of people don't put the UPC in. That's why it's not already populated in this field. The last guy didn't have it in there. Current description, if you want to add extra description with the title, you can do that. You do want to mark the condition if it's used or if it's new. This is a used unit. And then our photos. And then we'll add some photos. So I go to my photos and I will bring it in. And I'll go locate those photos. I know where I put them. And you're not going to see a lot of this because you don't need to see all of my different photos of all the items that I have. I'll just load the ones up that we're working with here. Okay, and I open, and then it's going to upload those photos. And while it's working on that, I'm going to go on down and I'm going to fill in the rest. The brand is Brookstone, that's correct. And the model is a sleep therapy sound machine, that is right. You don't have to fill all of those things in. The more items that you can fill in, though, the better, because that's how people search for these things. So we're down here. This, I'm not going to run an auction. This is going to be a fixed price. So that means it's good until I cancel it. It will keep renewing. And it's going to start the moment that I submit it. My buy it now price, I know around $30 is a good price with them paying. So I'm going to make it, it's just something that's always worked for me. I put 80, so it's $29.80. Now here I can allow buyers to make a best offer. You can do that anytime you decide. You can change this listing, but for now I'm not going to allow best offer. I only have one of these items, so the quantity is one. Excuse me. I'm going on down. I'm in Ohio and we have sales tax, so I have my sales tax rate that has to get charged to the customer. And eBay pays that. You don't have to worry. They withhold it and they pay it. And then I have calculated costs, or I can make it a flat rate, flat to all the buyers. This is a big controversy on how people like to do it. And I will get into more about shipping later. But for this one, I'm going to use, let's just go with a flat rate. Cost everyone the same. And I can make it free shipping if I like. I can change the type of carrier that I'm using. So I'm going to switch this to economy shipping. So it will take 1 to 10 business days. And that's because we have a flat rate of, let's say, $6 in shipping. So the customer will be, when they buy it, there will be an economy shipping, is what they're told, with a cost of $6. On big items, you can offer local pickup. That's not a typical thing that we do. We ship everything. This is something else we'll discuss later, is about selling in the internationally with the global shipping program. We're not going to do that right now. Looking at this item, I'm just going to skip over the package size. I don't need to do that because it's a flat rate. We're charging everyone $6 regardless, so I don't even have to fill that in, including the weight or anything, because it's a flat rate that we've said that. And if it's cheaper than $6, hey, we make an extra $1, and if it's $7, then we're going to lose $1. So you can make that whatever you like, and you can change it whenever you like. Promoted listings, about boosting this. We'll talk about that later. For now, I'm going to skip over that. Okay, and there are no fees associated with this listing. So I go back up. Let's check our pictures. Here's our pictures. And this is the one I'm going to want to make my main photo. So I'll just be grabbing it and moving it up, and it will take its place. And you can go right here and adjust all these pictures. We're not going to do that right now, but if I wanted to do that, I could brighten it or whatever. I could crop it, turn it. So we're just going to leave these pictures as is. Go to the bottom and list the item. And it's submitting the listing right now. There's an alert about being a food or healthcare item. Make sure that it meets all the following conditions, and that is things that have an expiration date. This is a machine. That's not necessary. It's nothing that's going to be potentially harmful. It's not a liquid or a pill or anything like that. It's just that the sound machine falls inside their food and healthcare. So I'm going to continue the listing, and it's submitting. And success. We've listed it, and you can go check it out right now. And I'll click that, and here's our listing at $29.80, and our pictures. And you can see right here, $6 flat rate shipping, and we just listed the first item. And that's how it's done. It's easy. You get quicker and quicker at this as you do it, but remember, and we're going to talk about this more in a little while here, but you have to list to sell. So the finding the items are fun, but you have to get back, take care of business, and get these things listed. So that's all I have for this one, and I will see you again very soon.